Hey everybody, this is the first podcast for the Sociology Club. We are currently outside at the moment doing our podcast, so I'm sorry if y'all hear anything in the background. We're working on getting a space for that. So we're just going to introduce ourselves. My name's Miranda. I'm the president of the Sociology Club, and I'm a sociology major. I don't have any minor at the moment. I'm a junior, and also I'm part of Tau Sigma, and I work at the First Gen Center on campus. I like to crochet and roller skate. So I'm going to introduce our vice president, Gabby.
Oh, hello. My name is Gabriela Rios. I am the vice president. As you can tell, hopefully I'm a little professional. Sometimes I'm just chill and I'm always outgoing and having a good time. But I am also a sociology major as well with Miranda. I'm a junior as well. And then this is the own club I've actually officially gotten into, and this is actually something I'm very passionate about. I'm also into Sims. I love the Sims 4. That's my favorite game. I like playing video games, and I love to write. So I'm going to pass it on to our secretary, Pauline. She's right next to me.
Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Pauline. I am also a junior. I'm a sociology major with a criminal justice minor. As Gabby said, I'm the secretary. Also, as Gabby said, this is the only club that I've really been involved in, but I'm really excited to start being involved in school stuff. I really like to read, watch movies, and I keep a journal, so that's kind of my main thing. So now I'm going to pass this to our treasurer, Nana.
Thank you, Pauline. I appreciate that. Hello, everybody. My name is Nana Luna. I major in sociology, have no minor, just sociology. I am a senior, so I'm like the old one in the group, I feel like, at least for those titles. My position of this is I am a treasurer, and what I like to do for fun, I guess, is I like watching movies, I like listening to music, cooking, baking. I like doing all that. And our vice president and our secretary already said, this is also my first club to do. So I'm really excited for what we have in the future, hopefully. Thanks. So the whole point of this podcast kind of to give not only news about the club, but so y'all can get to know us and we can get to know y'all. So if anybody wants to be a part of it in the future, let us know. But I'm going to also ask you guys what makes our podcast interesting, or what will make our podcast interesting.
But I know from what we gathered, we were going to be talking with our sociology professors here as well. We were trying to see their take on sociology, any advice they can give us, and they'll be our guest speakers. I know we were also going to work with other clubs. So we're going to be, next month is the history club. We'll be talking with them, and what was the other one? The Black Student Union. So we were going to get questions from them. Actually, we will be coming up with questions for them as well. So, from what I gathered, I feel like it would be interesting just because I know we're four like-minded individuals, but I know we all have our own different backgrounds, different home life, family life, whatever goes on, different backgrounds, and I feel like we can bring a lot to the table and just actually talk about what's going on in sociology and in San Antonio as well. So we want to make this very, as you can tell, we all were very, very giggly, but we're all very fun individuals. We're just trying to make it very chill and actually have information across where it's not too professional. So we're just trying to have a good time and also make sure we're getting our club in order. That's what I gathered.
So we also want to get involved with the community as well. So we might have some guest speakers from outside of the community, or people who are professors here, but they do outside work, kind of like Dr. Elias and Dr. Simpson. Right. So a little bit about our club. Not only are we for sociology majors or minors, but anybody can join our club. So if you're interested in sociology or sociological concepts, stuff like that, let us know and you can join. There is a requirement with GPA, but it's not that bad. I think it's a 2.0. And you have to be a student here taking at least 6 hours. Those are the only 2 requirements. But other than that, anyone can join. And we're also going to get involved with the community, some volunteer work. We already volunteered for the Paws Up event that just happened. And we're looking to start a volunteer opportunity in December. I don't know what. we're planning on that. And to sign up, you just go on JagSync, or we have our Instagram, which is TAMUSA_Sociology Club. And you guys can follow us there and ask for more information. That's a good way to keep in contact with us as well. So what are you guys excited for in the club? Let's start with Nina this time.
I'm actually excited just to get to know everybody that comes into our group. But I'm most excited for is probably the events. I feel like just interacting with other people, and then with all four of us, together, I feel like that's exciting. I'm kind of excited for the events and just getting to know a lot of more people, because I'm more of just kind of like just know little small groups, but I want to get more active, I guess, get more involved with the university finally.
Okay, so for the club, I'm really excited to engage with the other clubs on campus and kind of be able to discuss a topic that's common between both clubs, even if the clubs seem like they don't have that much in common, to open up a dialogue and really, like Naina said, get to know other people, not only in our club, but also in the other clubs. So that's one thing I'm excited for.
Just as Nina and Pauline said, I also agree with those. I'm really looking forward to connecting with all kinds of individuals with different backgrounds. I am really looking forward to actually putting back in community work, community service, and helping our community. I'm really wanting to be a part of that, and I want to be big on that, giving back and helping out where other people need help. Because we, as our professor, Dr. Elias, always says, we are social creatures. I think we need to be here for each other as social creatures. And it's more than a creature. We all have a heart. We're all loving people, and we want to help each other. So that's what I'm excited for sure. And Miranda, let's go back to our president.
So I'm excited to just get the ball rolling on this club, because it was established, I believe, in 2019, but then the COVID-19 hit and it kind of went down. So I want to bring it back, not only for the students on campus now, but like future students as well.
Our advisor, Dr. Simpson, has also been really good with helping us as well and getting connections and getting it on the ball. Same thing with Miranda. That's why we always make the joke she's voluntold to be the president, but she really has been the one that's been putting everything together, laying down the foundation, and you do need a strong leader in that. But I know that all of us bring something to the table as well. So
yeah, everybody here. Yes, teamwork makes the dream work. And we all kind of put our own thing into the club. So, I mean, anybody can be a leader, but no one could be a leader if there's no one that's going to follow. So you guys are kind of like the backbone of the club. Because this podcast, I want to do it at least 20 minutes. We got 10 minutes left.
Oh,
so
dang,
in that time, I want you guys to talk about why did you choose sociology? I chose sociology because I was originally a history major. But the thing about history is you got to memorize the dates. I can't do that. My memory is just garbage. I can't memorize anything. Like, I can tell you what happened in this era, like in the 70s or like during World War II. I can tell you the events that happened. But if you ask me what day, I don't know. I have no idea what day. So that's why I was looking for something else. And through history, I found sociology. And it's kind of the same thing, because you look at history most of the time and see how things influence people now.
Context.
Yeah.
And
Historical context is a big deal in sociology. So that's where I found it through. I took a sociology class and I enjoyed it. So then I decided to change my major. And yeah, that's why I chose it. And I like it because I get to it's kind of like you open a different mind. Like you open a different mind or perception of the world.
yeah.
You're not just blindly following things. You're questioning everything, and it really puts things in a different perspective, and it changes the way you see things. So
Okay, so I chose sociology, and so I did a whole 180 on my degrees. Because when I transferred to Coastal Bend to transfer here, I did nursing. I did CNA, phlebotomy certificate. Then I did my associates of science. And then when I came here, my friend encouraged me to come here because I wanted to do an academic advising or human resources, all that good jazz. So she's like, well, maybe sociology would be good. So, but I always felt like I was always been a social butterfly. But when I go to new places, that social butterflyness just kind of
crumbles. So, but with this, I feel like it gives me an opportunity to relight that and do my wings, a little bit. But I just chose it because I just like it because it gets to be more interactive with other people and hear everyone's perspectives and just kind of like I guess just get to know people. I don't know. I guess like I've always liked doing that. I've always liked to get to know others, and just know their stories and where they became from then to now and who they are as a person. So I kind of feel like that's maybe a good thing. But yeah, that's pretty much why I would chose it. So, but I'm gonna pass this on to Pauline.
Well, to be completely honest, when I got to college, I had no idea what I wanted to major in. I just knew that I needed to pick something. So all of my friends were like STEM majors, engineering, biology. So initially I signed up to be a biology major. And then I looked at the classes that biology majors have to have. Those were not for me.
Did you see the organic chemistry?
I did see the organic
Okay,
chemistry.
cool.
Yeah, it was actually that one that I was like, I need to find something else. So I thought back to what classes did I enjoy content-wise? Like not if the grades were the best or if the work was the best, just like what did I enjoy learning about? And that brought me to my sociology class. That I actually really enjoyed that class. So I changed my major to sociology and I started and I wasn't really sure about it, had no really clue what I was walking into to say. But now after doing it for about a year, I really like it. I've always been someone who's kind of been like, why does this happen? Or just questioning stuff, So I think that sociology really works to like answer those questions. So it turned out to be kind of perfect for me. So yeah, so what about you, Gabby?
So I'm seeing a lot of similarities between me and Nina and Pauline in the sense of, like if I were to start back from high school, my mindset was that's my mindset. I come from a very different family environment. And so on my mind, I didn't come from money. And I thought, well, I think I need to support my family. And I wanted to be a veterinarian. And so I went to biology. And when I went to community college, I was already a STEM major. Like from high school, I carried on to community college to STEM major. Obviously, I aced all the classes. But something was missing in all those classes. I just felt like I was waking up and just doing the work. It felt really... And there's nothing wrong with being a STEM major or a biology major, but for me, I felt like there was no passion in it. I felt that was wrong to me just to go into something for, to make money and whatnot. I really wanted to help people. And that's something I've always done even as a child as well. Kind of like Pauline said, you have these questions about why society is the way it is, why these group of people are suffering the way they are. What is the cause of this? How are they getting by, And so I was a biology major. I think I took a couple classes at community college, came to the university, but before I did, I took a semester off due to COVID. And like most people, everyone had that life-changing moment where they're like, is this really what I want to continue doing? And I think COVID, it had its really bad negative effects, don't get me wrong. But for me, it changed my whole directory of life. If I kept going the way I did, I wouldn't have met y'all. I wouldn't be in my sociology major. I wouldn't be taking my sociology classes and finally feel like that's what it is. That connect that I was missing this whole time. And I have been so grateful for it because I'm not looking for something I can check. That's all I was doing for biology, sadly. This one, I don't check. These are all my answers and I feel confident in giving it my perspective and, like Nina said, hearing people out, their life stories. So I am really, really happy to be a sociology major.
Yay, Gabby!
Woo, Gabby! Yeah, and just like everybody was saying, like we met each other through the sociology program here at the school. Like I knew Gabby from Palo Alto College. We went to Palo Alto College together and we worked there.
We worked together.
We worked together at the computer lab, and we didn't really get close because that's when COVID hit, and we kind of just stayed home. So we only knew each other for like 3 months max, and then like we went home. But then I noticed all of these guys we had the same classes.
Craft
Everything
of
was
sociology.
craft of sociology is where it started, and we had everybody's virtual, so it was nice to see everybody in person. The first in-person class was Dr. Correa's class, right?
Yeah, we're like, oh, that's what you look like.
Yeah, it was like, oh, so that's what you look like in person. It's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm just kidding.
Dr. Correa, her classes really make you think.
Yeah.
It puts a different spin and perspective, and I am so grateful for that woman. I love her. If you ever hear this, I love you.
Yeah, Dr. Correa is great. We would talk with her after class for at least like 20-30 minutes sometimes, like at least, sometimes more. She has some really good like ideologies on the world, and she was really good, kind of like our mentor, to be honest, for that
Yeah.
semester.
We did have her for 2 classes.
Oh yeah, the Chicano movement class, and then we had her for social theory.
Social theory, yes.
Yes.
Sociology theory. And that class, it kicks your butt, but you know what? That is something I think students really need to learn as a theory.
I also
Christina?
feel like with Dr. Correa's, one of the social theory classes, like I feel like when you start presenting a lot of stuff, that's when you start to actually see people's emotions and what they look like from the outside. You know, of course, we're not psych majors, you know, kind of looking from the inside.
Yeah.
But like with sociology, you see their emotions, see how they are. Like y'all saw how I did with my presentation. Like y'all saw how pain it was, but you go through it, you know.
Not to cut you off, but those sociological theories too, those are, they make you think. They really, you apply that to the outside world, and like you said, those presentations, you hit hard stuff. Hard stuff. But those are things that need to be talked about, because a lot of people throw it under the rug, and it's like, no, let's talk about why this is the way it is. And that class is so open. That's the best word I could describe it. So open, so understanding.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm like up in here real quick. I feel like there's some classes that do sugarcoat some things, and I feel like with Dr. Galea's class, when you got into it, hey, it's no sugarcoating. This is realistic. This is real life. This is what people go through on a daily basis. This is what people go through. This is what we go through, or what society itself goes through. So it was a really big eye opener to be like, wow, the world's not always peaches and cream. It's real out there.
Yeah, and as well as like the theory aspect, before sociology, I kind of like knew what it was, but I had trouble like explaining it to other people. But then putting the backbone with all that theory, now I feel like I have a better understanding and a better grip of what I'm talking about, and I can actually back it up instead of being like, well, you're wrong because I said you're wrong. Yeah, because you are.
But like these classes, the theory classes, those are the tools that you are given to kind of understand the way society is, and not just our society here like in America, but other countries out there and their society and their cultures and the historical context. All that plays such a big part in it, and it's so important to understand that. It so is.
So if you're taking social theory, pay attention in class.
It's
Do the reading.
a lot of reading.
Yeah.
A lot of reading. You gotta get into
Do the reading, and really put your best effort in researching like those presentations, because it teaches you so much. And then also pay attention to the students and their presentations. They bring so much to the table that you wouldn't have known before.
Yeah, find yourself a Gabby.
What?
Yeah. No.
Gabby is one of the smartest people I know. Everybody here at this group is smart. I mean, we're in college. We're smart, duh. But Gabby, she puts her all into everything. So find that student in class and make connections. Make friends.
Here's how it is. It's me and Pauline, bro. Me and her, we're fighting for those high scores. But you know what? It's the way with Pauline and everyone else here too. We're very intelligent, and what's so great about, I believe, us also as our major, is we're willing to help each other. We're not like, you know, oh, you didn't get that, or you didn't understand that. We're like, okay, so what do you need to know? Oh, this is what I understood. And it's so, what's a good word to describe that?
It's like refreshing to not have so much focus on competing with each other, and I feel like that a lot of it could be sociological. Oh, it is. Oh, thought I turned the mic off. Okay. Anyway, I feel like it really is sociological like you're gonna be able to find your Gabby or your Miranda or your Nana to help
Don't
you
forget
through.
you, Pauline.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we always
Find a Pauline.
But yeah, just because I think there's no competition and stuff.
There's no competition in sociology because we're literally studying groups of people in general, and how we all work together in society. And I think that's why we all get along so well. And in all our classes, all our classmates as well in our sociology classes are so wonderful human beings. I love them too.
But yeah, that's the end of this podcast. So this one's a little shorter because we just kind of wanted to get the ball rolling. But next time we're going to be meeting with the history club. I got to check in with them. But next month, at the end of the month, we're going to be talking with the history club, and they want to do like a rewriting history, how history was written from like a white male perspective, and how now we're realizing most of it was false or just sugar-coated. So yeah, reject the text. Exactly. And then with BSU, Black Student Union here on campus, they want to do a podcast episode with us, and they are going to do their own podcast too. So we might be on theirs. I'm not too sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, I'm in contact with their president, DeMarcus, and he's great. What's coming up is the National Night Out. We're going to be there from 6 to 8, I believe it is. I don't know exactly where it is, but if you look up the counseling center on Instagram, or if you go on JackSync and look up National Night Out, it has all the information. We'll be there. We'll have like some prizes to give away, stuff like that. So look for us. You want to join or just ask questions. And then I don't remember when, but I thought we were supposed to have a guest speaker. Well, Dr. Simpson was supposed to be a guest speaker for the history club, but
I believe that was tentative in late October as well, like around the 20th, in the 20s. I remember we were talking about end of October.
Okay, yeah. So Dr. Simpson may or may not be a guest speaker for the history club, talking about a sociological perspective on a topic. I don't know what, but it may or may not be a surprise. But all this information will be on JackSync and or Instagram. So make sure you follow us on JackSync and or Instagram. Even if you follow us on JackSync and you don't want to be an active member, you don't have to follow us or join us, but you can still look at our events coming up. Just type in Sociology Club and it'll show us the events. Yeah, a lot more is going to happen next semester, that's for sure. But yeah, just look out for our next episode. That's going to be with the History Club, hopefully. And thank you for listening. Bye.